All right. So this one is, you can see it's truly busy. Oh, look, a sniper truck just pulled up. Get in. That's it. So state of charge. So I'm going to not get quite the speeds that I probably want, but it says 20 minutes for me. Whew, it's cold. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. All right, today's video, I'm going to talk about the Tesla thing, about the cars freezing in Chicago, freezing temperatures. The reason I'm doing this video, a lot of people have been asking me, as a Tesla owner myself, a lot of non-Tesla owners, my coworkers, family, friends, everybody say, hey, did you see what happened? You saw on the news? Did you see how those Teslas froze? See, this is why I don't want a Tesla. This is exactly why I don't want to own a Tesla. As much as sometimes I knock Tesla and I knew some things, the first one that actually bothered me was how the media played it out. They immediately said, look at this, everyone. Look at all of these Tesla cars that the batteries suffered in cold weather. Well, newsflash, everyone, that's always been a thing. Batteries don't do well in cold weather. Even a gasoline car, when you crank it, if the battery's weak, it won't crank. Even when a good battery. I tell you what, I lived in Ohio. I know it's like being in those negative temperatures. And when you crank those batteries, even if you have a good battery, it is not going to be a strong crank. It's going to crank a little bit weaker than it would be if it was a fresh, if it was warmer temperature. That's what it is. So I'm not sure why everybody's acting like it's a big surprise today that cold weather affects batteries, that it has always been a thing. My next thing I want to mention is the things that I watch on the news when they were showing, some of these owners are like, all lined up and, some of they're interviewing these guys in a line at Tesla chargers. First, Tesla isn't the only electric car out there. How about go to Electrify America or maybe some other chargers and see what that's like on a good day and tell me, is there a problem? The infrastructure is a problem. I'm not going to ignore that. I'm not going to pretend that the infrastructure is not a problem. But what I am going to say is the problem stems with education. People don't have the knowledge when they buy an electric car. There are some people who probably went into it without thinking about it. Before I purchased my electric car, I actually make sure I installed a home charger because I knew that the perk of having it is charge at home with cheaper electricity rates. It's no point going to an electric car thinking you're doing anything better by trading your gasoline stops for charging stops. I mean, no one wants to do that because it takes a little bit longer to charge. Plus, it's more expensive if you're relying on public chargers. I made videos on this before, going way in depth about charging and my experience on charging. There's other videos, you click those up here. Next thing I want to mention is people who buy these cars, they most likely don't have a home charger because when they talk about them, they say, oh, I parked my car at 16%, woke up and it was whatever single digits because it dropped overnight. Well, first of all, when I park my Tesla, even when I park at low charge, it tells me, it says, hey, just so you know, at this low charge, and it knows the weather next day that it could be potential, it's recommended to plug it in. The car is so dummy proof that it makes sure that I don't mess anything up. As long as I route myself to a destination that I'm going, even if I'm going to work, I can have the voice off. The car doesn't have to talk to me and tell me which direction to go. I just use it kind of like I use Waze or, I hate to say it, it's almost obvious that the media is putting down Tesla. And like I said, normally I would jump on it. Like I said, I have no problem making a video. I'm not biased towards Tesla or against Tesla. I made my videos about some things I didn't like about them. I made some videos that I did like about them. And this is one of the ones I feel like they actually did everything right. The car has a built-in heat pump. Most of the cars have built-in heat pumps. There's even multiple the things I read in the manual literature that I've discovered that it was saying, oh, this way heats a battery. This, if you live in cold climate, get this one, just so you know your range is, could be different. I'm not going to deny that some people probably ran out of charge, but I also going to say that they probably knew it was coming before it happened. You know, I think you shouldn't buy electric car unless you don't have a way to charge it. If you're just buying electric car and just thinking that you're just going to rely on public charging, don't buy electric car, because it's not going to work for you. You're going to be frustrated and you're going to beat up with these people that's stranded. So don't buy an electric car if you don't have a charging way at home. Oh, these superchargers. Let's see what we got here. We have a few nearby. And the cool thing about the superchargers, you see here how it has a number. I know how many superchargers are going to be there available, at least when I arrive. This one doesn't have a number. It has a clock on it. So it tells me that I have a 10-minute wait time. All 12 stalls are full. It's a busy supercharger. You know the price and you know the idle fees. You know everything. I know if there's a charger that's broken or not. If I click on this, say I just click on this one, it tells me the stalls that are available. It tells me the speed of the supercharger. So I'm not sure how people are running into the situations where they are running out of battery. Let's just say I navigate to a supercharger. Here, look at that.
X-band, K-band, KA band, laser, GPS connected.
Preconditioning. The heat pump's going to turn on and it's going to warm that battery up. I can hear it starting to warm right now. And I don't know if you can pick it up on camera. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to listen. It's hard to tell. But what it's doing is actually heating the battery up, warming it, getting ready for fast charging. If a battery's cold, it's not going to charge fast. That's another thing. If you're just going to show up like a gas station, don't navigate to a supercharger, even if I know what it is, you still want to navigate. And Tesla tells you that each time you charge, if you don't do it that way, you need to navigate. And it also tells you too, you park your car on a low charge and the battery temperature drops, your battery could be low. I just think it's poor planning. Yeah, temperature sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, temperature does suck, and batteries are going to be a more dramatic hit in the rain. Oh, sorry, in the cold than it is on dry. But like I said, I feel like it's a little bit far stretched just to highlight all these cars, you know, everybody else. And I could hear people saying, you know, they're never buying an electric car, never buying, you know, electric car. People look for any excuse to say that they don't want an electric car. If you don't want an electric car, fine, that's not the car for you. But you know, just to give you an example, if I say, oh, you know what, I had to stop and charge my car today. Somebody will hear me say, oh, see, that's why I don't buy an electric car, because I got to stop and charge it. Okay. I mean, really, I sat there for a couple minutes, so it's not a big deal. But it is what it is. People have opinions. People don't the electric car is fine. You know, it's for me, not wanting one for a long time and thinking that it was as bad as it was, and having one, a lot of stuff is false. It's just hearsay of people saying, passing along the words. If you never own one and you didn't own it the right way, which I mean, like if I bought this Tesla, if you're new to the channel, I bought this. It's a 2023 Model 3 Performance. I bought it March 2023. When I ordered the car, I ordered the wall connector. I had the wall connector installed at my house, so that way I'd have to rely on the supercharger. I use the supercharger as a convenience when I'm on the road. For my job, sometimes I have to go back and forth to work. I don't have the time, maybe occasionally, to plug in. I may run low on charge. Even if I ignore and I say, you know, I'm going home, I'm not going to charge my car, the car will automatically populate a charge. It says, you should probably charge your car because your battery's getting low and you're getting to a point where you may not make it to a charging station. Do you want us to navigate to the charger for you? I have the option to say yes or no. If I say yes, it will find the nearest charger, it will automatically warm the battery up, and then when I get there, I'll be charged, ready to go. If I say no, I can continue to drive. Then you get another prompt. You'll get another prompt saying, okay, you are too far away. So I don't understand how, I guess I can't wrap my head around it. Maybe there's someone out there, so I'm sure, out of spec, I need to probably check his channel. I'm sure he's probably done some videos on it already. Or if he's going to do some videos on it, maybe he can explain more in detail. He kind of goes, he deep dives a lot into the charging and everything else. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Now I'm gonna navigate to supercharger. I I'm gonna go to that one that has a wait time. I'm gonna see if it really is a wait time. All right, I'll see you there. Look at this. Consider navigating to a less busy supercharger. So it's even telling me that, why would I go here? Supercharger's too busy. It's not worth it. Pulling up to the busy supercharger now. I've never been to a busy supercharger other than maybe once I saw it was busy, but let me just see what it looks like. Okay, this one is indeed busy. Hold on a second to reposition the car. All right. So this one is, you can see it's truly busy, and this is what waste time looks like. Now, if I sit here, let me turn off, obviously my car is gonna sit here and continue to warm the battery up as I go. I can't see how long it's gonna take to die off, because even if I got a little bit of charge, the car should be all right. I don't know. You be the judge. You let me know. And just as I said that, 2 cars literally pulled out of the same spot. 3 cars are coming out at the same time. So I didn't have to sit here no more than like a couple minutes. I mean, literally as I pulled in, 11:05, I'm now positioning my car to charge. And I'm plugging in. All right, so here we go, plugging in. That's it. That's it. I sat here, I had to go back and look at the video, and I'm gonna put the time that I pulled in and I waited and what the charge actually was. The time that I sat here. Like I said, I said 10 minutes, and I don't think I was here more than maybe 2 minutes because the car's charged so fast. Right now, I'm at a higher state of charge, so I'm going to not get quite the speeds that I probably want, but it says 20 minutes for me to get here. To get even at 50% of charge, 20 minutes to get up to 80%. Okay. Even if someone had to wait for me, the most they could be waiting is 20 minutes, because that's all I'm gonna need. The battery's cold because I didn't give it enough time. It was only a couple miles to the charger from where I parked. The car was cold when I left. Now I'm here at the charger, and look what's happening. So the car knows that it was cold, and the car knows that it can't charge fast, so it's warming the battery up to help speed up the charging, so it's going to take a little bit longer. And even tells me this: next time, navigate supercharger, battery for preconditioned faster charging. Obviously I did, but like I said, it was a short drive. Ideally, if I got on the highway, had a little bit more stop and go, something where the battery could cycle up more, I think that would have helped. And people ask me, what are you gonna do? You gonna sit here in your car 20 minutes or 15 minutes? Yeah, guess what? Let me send a couple of text messages. See, I'm gonna go in here to my theater, my YouTube, I can watch Netflix, and have a lot of stuff I can do right now. Oh, it's funny, as I was about to watch a video, I see this video from Out of Spec Reviews. It's like Kyle Connor did actually go up there, so I need to watch his video too. It's 34 minutes. Probably won't be able to finish it, but I'm gonna see what he does. Oh, look, a sniper truck just pulled up. This is a popular spot. Very popular for charging. Now, I got 10 minutes left by charge. What if I want to sit here and be like, it's gonna take me longer. What if I just want to go to 100%? Just curiosity. What if I did go to 100%? What would happen? Would it tell me busy station? Some of these stations, it automatically kicks it back down that says this is a popular charging. You can't do 100%. This is not limiting me 100%. So I could probably sit here longer. It says, let's see here. If I go to 80%, If I go to 80%, I have 10 minutes left. If I jump it to 90%, 20 minutes left, and then 100%, 40 minutes left. And I've been charging for 10 minutes. And then there's like 25 minutes left, which I may just go ahead and do just for the sake of the video so you can see the cost of it. Because I'm always been topping off. So you can see the cost right now. I'm at this little bit cheaper rate because it's overnight. Usually sometimes this is like 50 something cents. But 38 cents, these chargers, you're not using these to save money. Don't buy an electric car and say I'm going to supercharge all the time and it's going to save you money. It is not. The main part of this is just to get you back on the road as fast as possible. It's just for you're paying extra for convenience. And if you're buying this car and you're using a supercharger, you're not going to save that much more money over an equivalent gas car. And looks like I left right at the same time as the Cybertruck. Rear wheel steer. It's interesting. Why is it leaning on one side though? It's like leaning on the left side. Alright, so this is how you should do it. Plug it into your house. Guess what? Whatever I burned from the charger, the supercharger, I think I had 67% when I arrived here. I'm gonna top back off to 80%. When I leave my house, 80%. Now, I don't have to charge it, obviously, supercharger can come back. I can make it back home. But just to give you an idea, this is my normal day-to-day routine is when I plug in at the house. The problem is too, is when you're out there and your car is sitting outside in the weather, and if you don't have a place to play, if you don't have, like I said, this car, my Tesla doesn't sit out in the garage. It doesn't sit in the garage. It sits outside. Granted, where I'm at right now, I mean, the coldest we get maybe like high 20s, low 30s. But by keeping it plugged in, I'm able to make sure that it always maintains the battery charge. Another thing I wanted to add, the fact that the car is plugged in now. I give the car one advantage, and this is an advantage that no gasoline car can have. When a gasoline car, when it's cold, you can warm the car up. You have remote start. You can crank it up either remotely or, when you drive. But the car has to now work to build up heat to provide, climate. So if it's like, negative 20 degrees or 10 degrees, whatever you want, the car has to struggle to work to create that. Electric car is no different. Yes, electric cars can use a lot of energy to warm the cabin to create a comfort environment. Obviously, you're not going to drive bundled up, but you want to be comfortable. So the fact that it's plugged in, when I warm the car up from the app, I'm using the house to power the car. The house provides the heat. The house warms. It gives the car a head start. So when I'm ready to start my trip, I unplug. The car is already at like 70, 75 degrees inside where I want heated seats are on. And I haven't even burned any energy yet from the car's onboard battery. It's already been preconditioned for my drive. So if I didn't have that, I would have to burn all of that range just to make me comfortable. So that's another advantage. But like I said, I think a lot of it is blown out of proportion. People have Teslas all over the country, all over the world, really. Even like Norway, people have been using it and make it work. It's the American culture. We were so used to the gasoline, and it's like we want everything to be easy. We want it to just where we can just not think about it. We want the car to be like, okay, well, we buy an electric car. We want to be able to jump in, plug it in. We want it to work all the time. We don't want to think about it. But we have to modify a little bit of our lifestyle if this is a type of car you want. This is a small lifestyle change, very small lifestyle change. And it's not hard to do. Anyway, video is probably longer than I want it to be. Thank you for watching, and leave me a comment below, good or bad. Let's hear it. I'll try to read as much of the comments I can. I'm not able to reply as many as I want to, but I do read them. Anyway, thanks for watching.